Hello guys, this is your friend Alex, and today I'm gonna bring you an update of a video that I did a while ago. And the video it's about what to check when you buy a phone in the streets. It could be either Craigslist or OfferUp or any other application that sell used stuff. So it's basically what to check when you buy an used iPhone. Alright, so I happen to have this iPhone. This is the iPhone 5C, and let's say I want to buy this phone. Somebody's selling it. We agree on a price, and then we decided to meet. Okay, first of all guys, I recommend you to meet on a public place, and if it has Wi-Fi, even better. So a place like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, any place with Wi-Fi and any place that is a public place is great. Try not to meet on the street, try not to meet in the parking lot. Go inside the store so you have people watching you. Ideally, it's better if you sit down with the person that is gonna sell you the phone. You sit down with them and then you go through this check. So the most important thing to check on the phone, guys, is the IMEI number. And why this is important? Because if somebody rob you and steal your phone, you can report it to your carrier as stolen, and that's when your IMEI becomes blacklisted. If you lose your phone, you don't know where, then you're gonna call your carrier and you're gonna report it lost, and that's also gonna blacklist the phone. And lastly, if you finance a phone and you're making payments and all of a sudden you cannot afford to make payments anymore, or you don't want to make payments, the carrier is gonna lock the phone and it's gonna become blacklisted. What does blacklisted mean? Blacklisted means that you cannot use the phone with another company in the US. Now, there's a lot of debate about blacklist, and some people, what they do is they send it to another countries, but I think the blacklist is pretty much universal. But of course, people find works around it. But again, you don't want your phone to be blacklisted. It's like, if you are familiar with cars, it's like your car reported as rebuilt, and not even, it's worse than that. All right, but listen, you don't want your phone to be blacklisted. Okay, so the most important thing, again, guys, is to find out if your IMEI is blacklisted or not. You can see the IMEI number of a phone like your social security is unique for each person, and it will have information about you. In this case, the IMEI number will have information about the phone. So how can we check that? There's a lot of ways to do it. I'm just gonna show you one website that I use, and you can go from there, or you can find your own website. All right, so there are different ways to find the IMEI number of the phone. One way, a lot of people like this one, you go to your phone and you're gonna dial star pound 06 pound. And this, guys, is the IMEI number of the phone. This phone contains 15 digits, so make sure you have the 15 digits. But the problem with this method is that we cannot copy this number. We cannot copy it, you see? I mean, we can write it down, we can memorize it, but we cannot copy it. So what I usually do, guys, is I go to settings, and from settings I'm gonna go to general, and from general I'm gonna go to about. Here in about, you're gonna find information about the phone. What we're looking right now is at the IMEI number of the phone. And the good thing is that you can copy this. So that's what we're gonna do. You select it, and then you just copy. So now it's copied on the memory, right? Then you're gonna open your browser. You're gonna go to Google, and you're gonna type ESN check. And you're gonna see a lot of results. The one I like, guys, is this one, IMEIPro.info. So you click on it, all right? And here you're gonna select it, and you're gonna paste it. So now you have your IMEI number, but there's a security here from Google, so you need to select this, and you need to answer whatever question. So motorcycles, okay, I have the motorcycles right there, and that's it. Got verify, and it's here, and I have the IMEI number here. I'm gonna click check, and you can see here that this website is going to give information about the IMEI number you type. In this case, you can see the brand is Apple, the model is the iPhone 5C, and you can see here, this is the most important, guys, is clean. You see that? Blacklist status, clean. All right, so that's the most important thing, and this phone passed it. This phone is clean. So then what's the second thing you need to check on an iPhone? All right, especially on an iPhone, you need to check this. You go to settings, and you're gonna go to this, click on this, sign into your iPhone. Okay, this is very important, guys. You need to make sure that the Apple ID screen is empty so you can log in to Apple. If you see an email here, ask the person to sign out. I mean, some people forget about it and they just keep their information there, but make sure, that's why you need to make sure that this is empty so you can sign in, basically. There's another thing, guys. So if you go to iTunes and click on sign in, you can sign in to iTunes with an iCloud account, or you can create a specific account for iTunes. So basically, guys, you can have 2 accounts on one phone, one for iCloud, the other one for iTunes. So before buying the phone, make sure that both accounts, iCloud and iTunes, are open, are empty, so you can sign in. All right, so that's the second most important thing, right? What else, guys? All right, make sure that the model you're buying is the one you want. Let's say this specific phone, we're gonna find out how many megs it has. So what's the space on this phone, guys? Let's find out. Settings, and you're gonna go to General and About. And here you can find a lot of information. For example, the capacity, 5.2 gigabytes. So this is an 8 gigabytes one. Available is 4 gigabytes pretty much. The iOS version. Now, the iOS version, guys, this is the latest iOS version for this 5C. You cannot have the iOS 12. You cannot, because this is it for the iPhone 5C. If you have an iPhone 5S, then you can update to the latest iOS version. All right. Then the carrier, in this case it says AT&T, but this one I want to explain you guys later, right? Okay, in carrier, guys, this is tricky because you're gonna see here whatever SIM card you put for the last time. But that doesn't mean that that SIM card works on the phone. That just means that that's the last one that you use. It could be not workable. It can be a company that it will not work here, so don't get distracted with this, all right, guys? I'm gonna go back to that later. And this is important, guys. This is the model. This is the stuff that you can Google and find out more about this model. Okay, so this model is gonna tell you what kind of phone you have, and also the color and how many gigs you have. We can try to memorize it, or we can write it down. You're gonna go to Google and you're gonna search for the model number. In this case, it's 52. Okay, you can actually see a suggestion here: iPhone MGF52LLA. Yeah, this is the one we want. And here usually you're gonna see a results telling you about this phone, and you can even see that this is the white one, you know, how much it costs and everything. This website is really cool. It's called Every Mac, and that's the one sometimes I use, and they're gonna describe every single model of the phone. In this case, you will see that this is an iPhone 5C, North America, and this is the other number that defines the model, not how many gigs you have, but the model. That will be the A1532. That's gonna tell you that it's an iPhone 5C. But with this other number, the MGF52LLA, you're gonna know that the iPhone is white and it has only 8 gigs of space. Guys, and I found information here. Look at this, the 8 gigabytes configuration, unlock and contract free, but with an included T-Mobile SIM, are NGF52LLA, and this is the model that we have, guys. So this is confirming that this is a 8 gigabytes unlock or T-Mobile. In this case, this is the T-Mobile one, and that's gonna give us information about the phone. All right, so what else can we check, guys, that is important? A lot of people like to go to the Apple website to see about the warranty of this phone. If you want to see if this phone is under warranty, it's pretty easy. You Google pretty much Apple warranty, and the first result is going to be check Apple warranty. This is the official website for Apple. If you want to check the warranty, you're going to need the serial number, and you're going to need this number here. So what we can do is we can go here and we can get the serial number, copy, we can paste it here, select it and paste it, and we need to input this to confirm that we are humans. So most of this stuff is not case sensitive, so we can just put S2UL. Click done, continue, and look at this, guys. Your service and support coverage, it identifies the phone as iPhone 5C, which is good, and we have the serial number here, but we are not telling us about the warranty because this is an old phone, so of course it's out of warranty. But if you have a newer phone, you will see here until when you have the Apple manufacturer warranty. That of course just cover errors from Apple and not from you. Like it doesn't cover broken screen, it doesn't cover water, nothing like that. It only covers if, let's say, the battery is defective or if something happened on the phone, you can go to Apple and they will replace it. All right. Of course, you're gonna check the physical condition of the phone. Okay. And some people are really crazy. What they do is they open this and they actually smell around here, because sometimes you can smell if it's like humid inside or mold or something inside, like humidity inside. Some people actually smell it, but there's a sensor that will tell you if the phone has water damage, but you need like a light, and it's a little dot. I think it's a red dot that is inside, but you need a light to see it from here. But some people, smell it. I don't know. Okay. And of course, always, this tool is really important, guys. Always carry this tool with you. Also, bring your SIM card. Bring your SIM card, and if you have a line, make a phone call. See how the quality of the audio is. Ask the other person if they can hear you clearly. Use the speakers, okay? Really important, guys. And use the headphones. That's why I brought these headphones. Plug it in and put your headphones and listen. Make sure that the quality is good. Sometimes this thing doesn't work. And of course, if you have this kind of connection for the headphones, try it. I also recommend, guys, you to buy an external battery like this, and check that the phone is charging, or bring a charger, or ask for the guy to give you a charger. So you're gonna put it here, and you're gonna turn this on. And you hear that noise, and you can also see it here. Make sure that you can see this. There's a little icon here, and that means that it's charging. Okay. Keep it for a couple seconds, because sometimes you charge a little bit and then you stop charging. And connect it to the wall. Make sure that this port is working, because the thing with this port, guys, is that all the time that you put it in and out, there's heavy use on this port because it goes in and out. So sometimes this port gets bad, and you want to make sure that it's working. And the other thing I was gonna do is check the speakers. The way you do it is you go to, let's say, YouTube. And that's why it's important, guys, to have internet connection, because you need to go to some websites, Let's say this one, the Galaxy S10. Okay, and check the volume.
It's taking over. There's no escape. You better get.
All right. By the way, any phone that costs more than $300, I don't even look at it. And it's completely crazy that these new phones are costing $1,000. So for all the people that are doing reviews for these kind of phones and people are excited, to be honest, that's not what people can afford. In the world, most people cannot afford a phone that costs $1,000. And by the way, why do you want to have something in your hand with you all the time that costs $1,000? Especially a phone that is really easy to lose, or for people to take it out from you. Or come on, no more than $300, guys. That's the max price I will pay for a phone. Okay, so we tried the speakers, we tried the charging port, the headphones, and what else, guys? Let's see, what else? Connect to Wi-Fi. Of course, I'm connected to Wi-Fi. You have to do that too. Some people even bring I'm connected to Wi-Fi. Some people even bring their Bluetooth speakers or headphones, and they try Bluetooth. You can do that too, Bluetooth. You can see the carrier is AT&T. So I can go to you and say, listen, this is an AT&T iPhone. I sell it to you as an AT&T iPhone, right? But how can we know that AT&T works here? The best way to know is to put an AT&T SIM card. And that's what we're gonna do, guys. AT&T or Cricket. In this case, this is an AT&T prepaid card. We find out where is the little thing. Okay, we found it, and we're gonna put it here. All right, and see if it's gonna interact with the server, because every time you put a SIM card on a phone, it's gonna connect the server, the Apple server. And look at this, guys. Activation required, dismiss. Hello. Of course, we know the passcode. And look at this, guys. SIM not supported. But what happened if we saw AT&T on the About Us page? That's what I'm telling you, guys. that About Us page is gonna show any single SIM card that you put there. It's just reading the SIM card. That doesn't mean at all that the phone it's unlocked to that company. So that's what you need to understand, guys. A lot of people make that mistake. In this case, I'm gonna put a SIM card from Cricket, and everybody knows that. Well, first I'm gonna go back to the. Once you take out the SIM card, you're supposed to be able to go back to access the phone. You can access the phone because let's say you're just gonna use Wi-Fi. But I'm gonna put a SIM card from Cricket, which is pretty much AT&T network, and let's see what happens. This carrier is still seeing AT&T. Activation required. 1, 2, 3, 4. SIM not supported. Let's try again for people that doesn't believe it. SIM not supported. So of course, this phone is not unlocked. It's a T-Mobile phone. And once we take out the Cricket SIM card, we can go back to access the phone. And look at that, guys. This is important. Go to settings. What is this? Carrier Cricket. So some people can believe that, oh, this phone says Carrier Cricket. That means that it's unlocked for Cricket. No. Here you're gonna see the whatever last SIM you put on the phone. Here you're gonna see it. The other thing I want to show you guys is that if we put a Metro or a T-Mobile SIM card, we're gonna be able to access the phone. This is a Metro SIM card, and because this is a T-Mobile iPhone, Metro is gonna work fine. Look at that, Metro, and it did not lock the phone. When you see this, always press OK, because when you see that, always press OK, because what it's gonna do is gonna configure the phone to be used with that company automatically, so you don't need to set up the APNs. All right, and you can see here Metro, and of course, if you want to make sure that it's working for Metro, you're gonna do the 611 phone call, and you're gonna get the Metro voice recorder.
This is Metro by T-Mobile, and I see your phone isn't active on our network.
Yeah, the SIM card is not active, but you see that it's working. And lastly, guys, lastly, I know this is a long video. This is a T-Mobile SIM card, and just want to verify that since this is a T-Mobile iPhone, it's gonna work, of course, with T-Mobile, and it's gonna work with Metro. This SIM card is not active, so probably you're not gonna see no service because it's not active. But you're gonna see T-Mobile here, and you see that the phone is not locked. We can still access the phone, and it already read the SIM card because it's saying here T-Mobile, right? So it already read the SIM card. It doesn't lock out. So this is a T-Mobile phone. The question is, can you use a Metro iPhone on a T-Mobile SIM? We need to check. And that's pretty much it, guys. But I want to show you something else. So let's say I test all of that, and then I'm about to buy the phone, pay the guy, and leave. But there's one thing that is very important to do, guys, and I'm gonna show you right now. Let's say I took my phone home, I pay the guy, I'm good, right? So what I'm gonna do is I go home, and then for some reason I turn it off. Okay, or maybe the battery died or something. I turn it off, and then I'm gonna turn it on again. The last tip I'm gonna give you is once you check everything, you're gonna turn it off because of this. You see, there's no way for us to know that the phone has a passcode if we don't turn it off or if we don't press this button and make it sleep for a little bit. In this case, it has a passcode. Of course, I put a fake passcode, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you don't want this to happen once you already pay the guy, because maybe the guy doesn't know the passcode, or I don't know, something happened. So please make sure you have the passcode. So I will add, make sure you click here, and it will ask you for a passcode. So that's the way you know if the phone has a passcode. You click the power button, and then you can enter. Alright, guys, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's more stuff, and this is the other stuff I want to tell you guys. I mean, the reason you're buying from Craigslist or OfferUp or any other website or app that sells used stuff is because you don't want to pay a lot of money, right? Everybody knows that the iPhones are really expensive if you go to the Apple store, and that's why we're trying to save some money and buy something that it's affordable. But even though checking all the stuff that I told you guys, there's chances that after we buy the phone, the person that sold the phone to us, they can report the phone as lost or stolen. And in a couple of months, you might get your phone blacklisted. And I guess that's the name of the game. That's why when you meet somebody, you need to also feel how that person is. I mean, I know that it's impossible to know if the person is honest or not, but I mean, you can have a general feeling. And that concludes our video. Guys, this is your friend Alex, and the best way you can support my channel, if you like my video, guys, is of course clicking that like button and subscribing to my channel. That's the best way to help me growing the channel and allow me to create more videos. And thank you so much for watching this long video, and I hope you like it, and I hope it helps you for your next used phone, because again, guys, those new phones that cost $1,000, I honestly cannot afford them. Okay, thank you guys. Have a great day. This is your friend Alex. Adios. Bye.